Hello Wolves! May was a very difficult month because I was in a reading slump for almost a month. I feel like this is because I focused so much on the Owls Magical Readathon, which was fun, but I pushed myself and also other stuff that were pushing me and that were stressing me, whatever. So I was in a reading slump, but I actually did good for a reading slump. So I started reading mid-May, something like that, and actually I wasn't reading, I was listening to other books. So I'm gonna tell you everything about everything I've read. I don't have a magical solution to get over a reading slump or whatever, but I actually listen to audiobooks. I listen to books that I've already read in the past and really enjoyed. So I read, oh wait, I have them. I was about to put a picture of the books here, but I have the books because I read them once. So the books are Every Heart, The Doorway, and Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire. So these two books are a part of the Wayward Children series. So far we have 4 books, but there is a 5th one coming next year. And I really love these books. YA fantasy and so magical and so mind-blowing. I'm pretty sure you know what it is about, but just to make sure you know what it is about, this is basically the story of children who went back from words such as Narnia, Wonderland, Neverland, blah 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 blah. Some are okay with that, others they don't really fit in the real world, let's say, anymore. So they go to a specific school and they learn how to leave while waiting for that door to come back, kind of thing. And it's really magical, and each world, each place was created perfectly for the kids. So if you're someone that loves logical thing, you will go in a logical world, not nonsense, etc. You know what I mean? So it was perfection. I love these books so much, and they really helped me go through that reading slump. This is a story of the children in at the school, and this is a story of 2 of the children that you will meet here. And you can actually read it as a standalone, but I think it's better to start from the first one just to understand the context of it, whatever. But I really love them. I will recommend them if you haven't read them. If you haven't heard about them, please check them out. 5 stars, obviously, always and forever. Then I read To Best the Boys by Mary Weber. I gave it 3 stars. I'm not gonna talk much about it because I filmed a reading vlog for that one, because this is for the Howling Pack. But this is a YA fantasy, and this is a story of a girl who lives in the lower side of a kingdom. So you have the upper side, the rich people, and the lower side, the poor people. There is some kind of disease that kills people, obviously, and she wants to find a cure for that. She wants to find a cure to cure the people. And yeah, so she wants to find a cure. She's a nerd, she loves science, and she does like stuff with her father, but she doesn't have the money to go to university. She doesn't have access to good materials, etc., you know, to test everything properly. But there is a competition that occurs each year, I think, and if you go into the labyrinth, into the maze, and you win the competition, you can win a scholarship to the most expensive university. And she wants to do that. She wants that money, she wants that scholarship in order to find a cure to cure her mother, but also the other people. But the problem is that it's only allowed for boys. Only boys can apply there. So yep, I love that. It has some issues with me, and also the fact that the main plot is the labyrinth. It is the maze, and the maze comes maybe 60-70% out in the book. So here, so it was kind of bizarre, I want to say, but I still really enjoyed the characters. The main character wasn't just someone who wanted to go against the rules or who wanted to be a rebel. She had a purpose, which I really loved. I don't know, I enjoyed it, but it was a very YA for me, not like a YA NA, you know what I mean, new adult kind of thing. But I really enjoyed it. So 3 stars because it had some problems, I want to say. Like, I had some issues with some stuff in there. But what was really cool, by the way, is that at the end the author actually asks you stuff, and you have to compare the world here to your real world, to your environment. And it was actually very interesting because I found that book not deep enough. The characters were not deep enough for me, and the world building was kind of poor. But then she asked questions, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what you did. So it was a nice surprise. Then I've read a book by a colleague. So this is by Benjamin. I don't know if I was going to say it in French or in American or British accent, whatever, but this is Benjamin Wiam. This is in French, obviously, but I just want to talk about it because this is his first book, his first published book, and if you speak French, maybe you will be interested in that. This is basically the story of a man who lives a normal life. He's in the rush all the time, you know, life is busy. He's a writer, kind of thing, and he doesn't have time to do whatever he wants to do. And one day he's gonna meet a guy who writes poems, and the stuff is that it's very short. It's less than 100 pages. There is some magic in it, but it's not like magic in fantasy. It's more like magic because of the way it's written, kind of thing. I really had the feeling that I was reading about a dream I had. I really felt like I was taking a break from life while reading it. Not the same way as when I feel when I read like a regular book, but I really enjoyed it. It was beautiful, it was poetic, it was lyrical, it was really easy, and you see the transformation of the characters. So at the very beginning, I had the impression that all the sentences were shorter than at the end. So you see a progression, which I really like. So if you're interested in that, the link will be down below. I gave it 5 stars. Then I've read Scar by Alice Broadway. This is the third book in the Ink trilogy. So the final one and the cover are gorgeous. They're all like this, so it's very, very beautiful. So this is a story of Leora. Leora lives with her mother and father in a world where everyone gets tattoos. So each tattoo will mean something. So you're gonna have your name on it. The day you graduate, you're gonna have that tattoo. The day you marry, you're gonna get that tattoo. You know, your skin will tell the story. Each of your tattoo will tell a story. And the day you die, you're actually skinned, and they use your skin to make a book. It actually sounds gross, but it is not gross in the book, like really not. And so you are remembered. But in order to be remembered, in order to have that privilege kind of thing, you have to be weighted. So once you're dead and you're skinned, and your skin is actually a book, you're gonna be weighted to see if you're worth remembering or if you're worth forgetting. Was it English? I'm not sure. You're gonna be weighted, and if you were a good person, you're gonna be remembered, and if you were a bad person, you're gonna be forgotten. There are politics in it. It's very easy to read. It's a guilty pleasure. I really enjoyed the characters, the plot I enjoyed, the twist in it, some I wasn't expecting, and I loved the pace of it. So it's not like super fast paced all the time, but all the time something is happening. So you have the impression that it is fast paced, and you go through the book super fast. I've read that book in like 2-3 hours maximum. It's like a little less than 300 pages. I really enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say. Like the whole series is like a guilty pleasure, a very tropey YA, cliche YA, but so enjoyable. I gave it 4 stars. The last book is Everything is Fucked, a book about hope by Mark Manson. So yes, the same author as The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and I gave it 5 stars. I listened to the audiobook and I loved it as much as the first one, which is super weird, bizarre, is that while reading that book, I actually realized how much the previous book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, actually had impacted my life, because every time I'm going to be in a specific situation, I will be like, okay, but is that my fault? Can I change that? Can I do something? No? Okay, why would I give a fuck about it? You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually doing that every single day when I have to face something, when I have to deal with something. I actually do what he said we should do, or we could do in our everyday life. So I listened to that book actually very carefully, and we actually have 2 fucked up brains, the brain that feels and the brain that think and act and whatever. And It's really funny. He has some kind of humor. You want to laugh with it, and at the same time you're like, oh my gosh, I'm stupid. I did that. How come I did that? It's so interesting. I don't know what else to do about it. I just love Mark Manson, and I think that at that point, anything that he's gonna write, I'm gonna listen to. Obviously I think the audiobooks when it's like more psychology kind of thing, and also because it's funny and because he's doing his own audiobook with his voice. I mean, and it was really interesting. I was like in the thing and I was really listening to it. I really love that book. So if you're interested in that, it's not gonna change your whole life, it's not gonna innovate everything, it's just gonna give you clues, keys, whatever, to make small changes, to make life easier, let's say, and to see stuff differently, you know, to have a different point of view or a different perspective kind of thing. So I would really recommend it, especially because the books are on Scribd, so you don't have to pay for it if you have the subscription. Yeah, so that's it. I think I did good, honestly, because I was in a reading slump, I wasn't in a reading mood, and I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, which is good. It is amazing, actually. I'm proud of myself. So yeah, that's it for now, Walls. Let me know what you've read. Let me know what you're planning on reading. Have you read any of the books I've read? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the pack. And as usual, talk to me in the comment section. Walls, take care. Bye.